With the hunt a day away, Teenie and Dave go scouting in Victoria Falls National Park, home to the world's highest and most thunderous waterfall.
We had a little bit of time to kill while we were waiting on the permits. We went to the falls, took a little walk in one of the parks close to the falls where we had an encounter with a few wild elephants coming through.
You can see they're all nice young bulls. You can see these guys are very curious. They want to come and see what we have.
That gave us the opportunity to go through a lot of motions with the elephants. Dave had the opportunity to actually get real close to the elephants and discuss different shot placement opportunities. We were able to discuss a frontal shot. We were able to discuss a perfect crossbow shot when the elephant lifts his leg.
Once that leg's forward, you want to put it as tight as possible to that front leg, but missing that bone to make sure you get a penetration.
It's pretty particular where you have to go to try to shoot him. With a crossbow, I'm going to have to try to catch the leg forward and get in that soft skin, be able to penetrate you. You have to go like 17.5 inches to pure penetration to get into the heart or one of the deadly areas.
You know, since we're not going to hunt and shoot one of them, I think it's probably a good idea to get out of here. We don't want to disturb them too much.
We managed to do a lot of talking, and it made him comfortable. It gave him the opportunity to get over the biggest part of it. That's the fear of being so close to a big elephant.
It's a matter of just really building and building, getting your confidence. Once you got that, you're going to keep yourself safe.
Hunter David Erdman is ready to stalk a massive elephant with his crossbow, a task that guide Teenie Bamberger knows will be a huge challenge.
Okay, good job. There's so many factors that comes to play to have a perfect opportunity to put anybody in a position for a crossbow or a bow shot.
With a 500 Magnum as insurance, David Erdman is as ready as he'll ever be.
Our main strategy getting a nice elephant bull was to cover as much ground as we possibly could. We constantly had to take trees out of the way that they pushed into the roads. That's when you try to pick up the spoor.
What? It took one little elephant 5 minutes to do this, and we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys, and it takes us an hour.
Also going to all the different water holes, because that's also a place where the elephants has got a drink, and that's where you would pick up some fresh sign and follow the elephants from there.
We're traveling along in the bucky, as they call them, and we came across elephant spoor.
While the scouts read the sign along the edges of the waterhole, they keep a wary eye out for danger in the underbrush.
They always move real slow. You would never realize that you are on an elephant's track, or you would never think that such a big animal can move through the brush so quietly and smoothly as an elephant. The tracks of an elephant like a fingerprint. They're all unique. A good elephant, good size elephant tracks anywhere from 18 to 21 inches. Once you have found a good size track, you know you're after a good, decent-sized elephant bull. You might follow an elephant for several days and finally get to it and realize that it only got one tusk or no tusk. So that makes it real interesting, and you really have to be fit and capable to cover long distances.
Well, we just got to this waterhole. We've been looking for spoor all day long. It's still early though. Hopefully we'll catch up with some elephants. At this pan, it's all old tracks, all about 2-3 days old. We got 2 more pans to hit further north, so let's go.
Their big break comes quickly as Teenie spots a mangled tree at the next stop.
Well, this is what happens when the elephants get a hold of a big old tree. See how he worked his tusks, and they eat the bark off these trees.
Is that a big one, does something like that?
Yep, it's a big elephant that pulls this off. They put their tusks in, rip the bark off, grab it by the trunk, and eat it. So we're close to a waterhole. Let's check for some tracks here, and maybe we can pick something up and we can take it from there.
With fresh spoor located, the hunt is on, and all hands are on high alert as they head into the bush.
It started breaking loose from there. We got off the truck, started tracking in behind the tracker and the professional hunters. That's what really helps on a trip like that, is having the confidence in your professional hunter that nothing's going to happen to you. Tini's put the fear of God into me. He's told me about several different PHs that have gotten tromped. So, you know, the professional hunters are the ones that are the wisest in the bush. So if somebody like that can get hurt, you want to definitely have somebody in front of you that's going to take care of you and make sure nothing happens. And that's why I hunt with Tini. After we picked up the spoor on the elephant, we started tracking, and the trackers were out front, the PHs were out front.
When you get into the Mupanis, it's very tough to get a good shot opportunity because the brush are sometimes low and you have to look for a perfect window of opportunity. Elephants are moving real fast and you never know when you're going to catch up with them. Well, we were tracking the elephants for a few hours and finally got to where we could hear this big elephant bull, probably about 100 yards from where we were. We could hear him breaking the trees.
And all of a sudden, we look up and here's the elephant. It's in the bush.
We were close enough to the elephant, so everybody stood still for a while and we moved a little closer and probably could have got into a shooting position, but the elephant was alerted and saw us and winded us and actually came towards us. That's when we had to make quick decisions.
Wait till he comes, if he wants to come. Are you on him?
We were debating on whether he's going to do it with a crossbow and we would wait for the elephant to turn, but it got hairy. The elephant saw us and the potential of an elephant charge was there and Dave would never have got a shot opportunity. That's when we had to make quick decisions.
We tried to get in close, but it was one of those things. It wasn't giving us the proper chance to take it with the crossbow.
Your first shot's the most important thing on an elephant hunt. You don't want to go after a wounded elephant. Look for it. It's a real dangerous animal.
It wound up, we had to put the crossbow down and use the 500 Smith & Wesson on it. For as dangerous position we were in right at that point, that's what we had to do.
The worst of all possible outcomes. A wounded elephant they must now pursue without fail.
Take him. Take him. Take him. Okay. Wait. Let's go forward. He won't go far. Come.
Once he had put that first shot in, I could see that it wasn't a good, proper brain shot because the elephant didn't immediately drop, but it buckled it enough.
Don't shoot too high. You shot too high.
There's no way to express the pure intensity.
Go for a brain shot. Take him. Let's go see.
It was quite a relief because, you know, when you're hunting these elephants, you always have the potential of the danger. We had a lot of people with us that we had to keep safe. And the good thing is, it didn't run out of the area and we managed to recover the elephant.
Well, this was very nice that we have finally came up upon this elephant. I'm sure you were very excited when you had to make that decision to finally drop the bow because that wasn't going to happen with that crossbow at the time when you saw that.
That was definitely a moment there trying to decide which one to do.
You made a good shot for the angle and the opportunity that you had. He took off running and we had to put an anchoring shot on him. That's all that shot placement that we've gone through, how you shoot it, and especially when a brain shot is not exactly there, you know exactly to follow up with your second shot and your third shot, and that really did the job. When you're hunting dangerous game, you have to be prepared to shoot backup shots, and you keep shooting till what you are shooting at is down. The follow-up was perfect. We finally got to the elephant, and this is the result of a good day hunting in Africa. You just got yourself a tremendous trophy here. Tough day hunting.
Thank you, sir.
Good job. Good job. Good job.